Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal, your Greater Toronto Area real estate resource. And in this video, I'm going to update you with some of the headlines, some of the articles, some of the things that you should be paying attention to, whether you're a buyer or a seller, as well as some of my market predictions. First, drawing your attention to this article over here, which states as a headline, the average Toronto home price could hit $2 million in the next decade, analysts suggest. And over the past decade, on average, home prices have increased in value by 5.6% each year. However, since the pandemic, the average price has really been all over the place. We noticed that early 2022 prices peaked and afterwards prices had declined, whereas now they're somewhat stable. Though one of the biggest differences within the past couple of years versus prior was that before, the average price was really determined by the supply of listings. So when supply of listings were high, the average price would come down. And when supply was limited, average price would go up. Whereas right now, what really seems to be the driver of the average price going up or going down isn't the number of listings for sale, is actually the interest rates. So as rates have increased, the number of sales has dropped, and at the same time, the average price has dropped. So we're expecting interest rates to decrease within the next 12 to 18 months quite significantly. I'm expecting 2 interest rate decreases to take place during this year, 2024, and likely prices will increase thereafterwards. So going back to the headline that the average price could hit $2 million within the next decade, I don't think this is too far-fetched, and one of the reasons for that isn't just because interest rates coming down, average prices be potentially going up, but also that the whole condo market should likely see some sort of appreciation within the next short while, because condos really haven't seen much appreciation within the past year. There is not a lot of demand for condos. There's a lot of supply. So I think once the condo market does improve, then the average price is going to thus be reflected, because condos in the GTA do of course make up for a whole lot of the market of overall residential sales. And as per this article here, new condo market in Toronto hits 15-year low. Although that's the new home market, those are the pre-construction condos, and there's such a large number of projects that are out there being purchased. I've been licensed over 10 years. I have never seen a time in which so many condos were being built at once. So we've just got all the supply, we only have so much demand. Here we're looking at the 5-year historical average price and how it's changed across each year, going back to 2020 up to now 2024. So we can see the largest price increase happened between 2020 and then 2022. Then of course the interest rates has started to increase and the prices did come down there afterwards in 2023. And now we've seen just a slight increase in 2024, with the average price being most recently reported at $1,122,000. And we can just see how resilient the Toronto residential real estate market is, because though the rates have increased so significantly, sales still do take place. The average home is being sold in under 30 days in the market. And if you compare this to other markets, with the exception of Calgary, it's a very hot market and sellers are really in the driver's seat. So then the question becomes, what is behind this resiliency and how is the market still so strong? And there's 5 reasons for this. The first being immigration. It's still a huge driver in demand, and there's still more and more people coming to Toronto because of the schools, because of the job opportunities, because of the lifestyle. We even have this article here where a resident of Toronto had actually moved out of Toronto and then found themselves moving back in Toronto because they missed it so much. The second factor behind Toronto's resilient market is that renting is just expensive. And of course, there's going to be individuals that can only afford to rent, but most of them will likely realize that it's worth saving up to buy a property. The third reason being that we just don't have enough supply. And if there's not enough supply, if there's not enough housing, then demand is going to be there and people will be buying property. And we've seen this with the exception of within the past couple of years, throughout the past 5 to 10 years, most of the time we've been in a seller's market, not even a balanced market or a buyer's market, a seller's market where the average months of inventory is under 1.5. The fourth reason is because Toronto, let's face it, this is where the jobs are. This is where a lot of major corporations are. There are job opportunities everywhere. There are business opportunities everywhere. And although the pandemic had a lot of individuals working from home, working on the field, working at an actual job site is more common now. And the fifth reason behind this resilient market is that people will adjust with the interest rates. So when the interest rates had increased, nobody was in the market. People were scared. There was a lot of volatility and a lot of uncertainty, whereas now people are having the understanding that sure, interest rates are high, although this is not necessarily new. This has happened before. Interest rates used to be high as well, and people have adjusted their lifestyle. They're saving accordingly, and they're understanding that these high interest rates may happen in the future, and they have to live a bit more conservatively. I'd love to know your predictions in the comment section below. Do subscribe, drop a like, and if you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking for the best training that you can find, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty, where you are definitely going to be that top producer that I know you're capable of becoming. I thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.